Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday. I stayed quiet for a few days because in my gut was telling me that Iraq was on track to do what they just did. Implement some political chaos and bring forth political chaos. And guys, obviously we don't know the real truth to their elections. That's where they lie the most in the media, is within the level of their politics. That's where they lie the absolute most. So, on the politics side, it's hard to trust them because they don't, look at all the games they played last year with the education minister. So it's hard to trust them at that level. You have to look at the bigger picture in this, though, guys. I know a lot of people are frustrated and very discouraged right now with what they're seeing on the political front. You have to keep your head up. You have to look at the bigger picture, okay? Let's talk about that. What's happening with the bigger picture? Well, they used, guys, the entire year of 2019 to set the stage. And then they still used part of Q1 of 2020 to set the stage, okay? All of the facts show they implemented a temporary budget. They've delayed the 2020 budget to where they're not even going to start approving it until after the rate change. And they've blatantly told you what's in the 2020 budget. They told you the deficit is the reforms, okay? They've told us this budget contains everything for the citizens. Article 140, HCL, they've told us all this. There's no question there. We know that factually, okay? So when you look at the big picture, everything factually shows they've set the stage to be ready for the rate change, guys. Now, let's go another direction. One of the ways that I've always studied this is different than other gurus, okay? I've always studied this through both faith and facts, looking for them to come into alignment, because to me that's a stronger level of confirmation. Now, look at what I've brought forth with you with Kim Clement, and look at what some of you guys noticed from Kim Clement. Some of you guys noticed the stone portion, okay? You guys noticed the stone information coming from Kim Clement. I brought you the Dow reaching 20K. Do you find it ironic that the same time period at which Iraq is transitioning to a new fiscal year starting in April 1st, at that same point where Kim Clement prophesied he said, do not look to Wall Street, but the Dow will reach 20,000 points due to massive breakthrough of the Iraq dinar. As he prophesied that do not look to Wall Street because the markets are crashing, the Dow will reach 20,000 points. That is occurring, and the Dow is approaching 20,000 points as we reach April 1st, guys. Think about that carefully. Is that coincidence to you? It's not coincidence to me. Okay, when God gives prophetic words, they're carved in stone. They don't change. Okay? So that's one of the things I've always looked for, is faith and facts to come into alignment, because it's a higher level of confirmation. To me, guys, seeing the Dow, and he specifically said do not look to Wall Street, because he's telling you the Dow will reach 20,000 points from the market moving in a downward motion of the market crashing, not in an upswing. That step is happening with Iraq transitioning to a new fiscal year. Okay, guys, this isn't coincidence. That's what I'm trying to show you. So what I'm trying to show you in all this, guys, is even though they're having political chaos and political wrangling, you gotta look past that. Iraq has used all of last year to set the stage for this. It's not coincidence. They used the whole year to set the stage and get ready and be ready for this, okay? And here's my point to you in this. Plus, you had demonstrations last year. The demonstrators already know they're promised all this stuff. They're not going to wait forever. They want it, okay? They know time is needed because of the political wrangling and chaos. They know time's needed to bring it forth. But they're not going to wait forever, okay? They'll tear the place apart. So what I'm telling you guys is you have to look at the bigger picture in this. You have to look, what has Iraq done? They've spent all of last year and part of Q1 this year to set the stage for this, okay, guys? My point to you is this. They're not gonna just go back and redo all this again. They're not. They have come too far along and they're too far forward to change their mind on this. Okay, that's what I'm trying to show you in this. They're way too far forward. They're too far along. Okay, guys? Anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today. As you see, there's not a lot of news. It's other than them talking about Alawi potentially resigning and with him tentatively nominating or bringing forth a new PM nominee within roughly a 15-day period. They said per the Constitution that Alawi only had until approximately March 3rd. That's when Alawi's constitutional period ended, was March 3rd, to have his cabinet formed. So anyway, guys, we have to see how it all plays out. I haven't changed on anything on my side, though. I know some of you guys are shifting gears and pushing farther ahead. I haven't, guys, because I'm looking at the bigger picture in this right now. Okay, faith and facts are coming right into alignment. Plus they're using all this. They're closing borders around the world. They closed Iraq's borders with Iran. They're telling you that it has to do with the coronavirus, but does it really? Okay, remember I told you the coronavirus has only taken over 2,000 lives when the flu itself took over 12,000 lives this past winter. So you tell me, is the coronavirus overhyped? Or is it like an overhyped pandemic? Or is it really is it really as severe as they're telling you it needs to be? But anyway, plus you guys, there's another part of that prophetic word too. Give me a moment here to think about it. Oh, Kim Clement prophesied about a grave surrender. Okay? One of Iraq's top officials, I forgot which one it was recently also diagnosed with the coronavirus. Okay? And Kim Clement prophesied a grave surrender. Okay, so I just want to share that with you. A lot of Kim Clement words are coming into play right now. They're happening right before our eyes. So think about all this carefully before you just say, oh, well, because Iraq, has an unstable government that we're not going to see the rate change for another year now or for a long time. Think about that carefully because they've actually come too far along to just put the brakes on and do it much farther down the road. And remember when Kuwait did theirs. Okay, Kuwait's country wasn't in perfect shape. I think I remember reading that article from March 24th, and that article basically said that I don't think Kuwait had electricity or running water at that time. Okay, their infrastructure was in bad shape. Okay, Kuwait was in chaos. Their banks, I think I remember them even saying the banks when it happened. And people were actually going to the banks to do the rate change. They didn't even have, the banks didn't have electricity. The banks had to do everything on paper. Okay? And document everything on paper because they didn't have working electricity at the time. So, my point is, guys, you have to look at the bigger picture in this. Okay? So, guys, this is all my opinion. It should not be used for financial advice. God bless you guys and have a great week.